on, everybody? We're here today to announce a launch of a new program that we have at Glenn Polk Dodge here in Gainesville, Texas. My name is Chris McRae. I'm the service manager here, and I'm here with
Chad Maynard, General Sales Manager, Glenn Polk Autoplex.
So what we've got going on today is the announcement of a vintage vehicle program. Now, the reason why we started this is we know and we've proved and we're surrounded by $70, $80, $90, $100,000 vehicles, and we know that we can sell those, we know that we can maintain those, but we know what we're doing is we're losing part of the market, and that's the older vehicles that you're still driving to this day, that possibly your kids driving to school, you're feeding cows in, you're ranching out of, and mama may be taking the $72,000 Longhorn to town and going to Walmart, but you're still doing it in an old tow pig like this, getting her done. So basically how the program's gonna go is we're discounting parts and labor down, and essentially we're trying to be competitive with the aftermarket shops and independent shops that we have here in town. We don't believe that you should be charged that much more just to justify overhead and not get the same warranty or even a better warranty than you have done at the various shops that we have available right off 82 or 35. So what we've done is we're doing a flat $100 an hour, and that still may seem high, but man, just the other day I paid $95 to have the wiring and brakes done on my trailer. We paid $135 an hour to have our garage doors fixed the other day here. So we know we're right there in the mark. It's below our regular door rate to work on these expensive vehicles, and all we want to do is just maintain the customers and the loyalty we have and keep the whole household coming to this location. The two vehicles I have behind me are actually owned by two people that work here. One of them is mine. That's my own personal 06, and I couldn't even tell you how much we've worked on this truck and how many parts we've put on it over the years. And this is actually Jacob Sewell. He's one of our advisors. Still driving this. We put two motors in it, 4047, 2004 model, 2003 model. But this is literally what still is coming in and still is more prevalent. As costs go up, people are maintaining their vehicles and keeping their vehicles longer, especially when they're paid off. They can justify putting an engine or rebuilding a rear end or even doing brakes and regulators and the maintenance and spend that as opposed to, committing to a $1,200 a month payment.
I think it's also important to know that we're doing this to serve the community, to serve Cook County and the surrounding counties. We understand that there is a need, and we understand that, like he alluded to earlier, that people are keeping their cars longer. So it is important. It is a customer service-based thing, and obviously we want to be in front of you. We want to take care of you. You are part of the Glenn Polk family. So,
I mean, literally, this program is designed to bring these vehicles in that are the bread and butter of what some of our guys have worked on. We've got one guy that's worked with Chrysler for 33 years. We've got multiple that have been here 14, 16, almost 20 years. So these vehicles are literally what they grew up working on. They know the ins and outs of. Now, the one thing I can say about these vehicles is the reason why we called it the Vintage Vehicle Program is because after 10 years of use, Chrysler, or Stellantis as we're owned by now, can actually quit producing the parts. And what happens is that goes to basically a third party, and we call that the vintage warehouse. And we buy the parts from them to fix these vehicles, or we buy them from aftermarket if they're no longer available. And it's just a niche market that we know. The only thing that we kept hearing from even our employees was, man, I don't know that I could afford to do business here based off XYZ. I can't afford an $800, $1,200 a month payment. Obviously, just like he said, there's a need, and we've got it. We live it. We drive these every day. So that's the reason why we're doing that. I'm very proud to do that. One of the things that was my biggest motivator was to get traffic through, still maintain the vehicles we love, and give our guys in the back an opportunity to make a good living and boost our volume. So I do appreciate that. Let us know when you come in if an advisor doesn't tell you, which are the advisors are the people that write you up, our service advisors. If they don't immediately tell you about it, inquire about it. We've got special parts discounts and special labor discounts for all vintage vehicles that are 10 years and older based off their production date, and it's so easy to pull that production date, it's unreal. All you got to do is ask about it.
it's also important to let people know that the Polks are the ones that help make this happen. We're willing to make the sacrifices on overhead to make this available to our customers and our community. So I think they deserve a big thank you as well.
Absolutely. And what we can do is we can pan over here to kind of what we were talking about before, is the contrast of vehicles. We do have a brand new loaded out Sport 1-ton right here, and we can go ahead and at this time kind of talk about some of the things and the fixed op side of things that we see on a regular basis, and one thing that I can tell you is radio issues are huge right now. They're huge for all makes and models, from literally the GPS to the compass to the HVAC, to even all the way down to maybe my predictive text isn't working right through the audio system. And essentially it pains us to tell customers this, but when we look this up, they actually release updates quarterly. So you may be experiencing an issue that literally may take 90 to 120 days to actually fix, and they actually release them over the air. Now, what is something that a lot of customers don't know is whether you've got the big 12-inch radio screen in your vehicle or even the 8.4 we've had since 2013, they literally are Wi-Fi capable. So even if the vehicle isn't outside in your driveway underneath the clear blue sky, you can actually hook it up to the Wi-Fi of your vehicle or Wi-Fi to your house. Simply put in your secured, it does have to be a secured network, so put in your secured password, and literally as they are released, even with the vehicle off, key not in the vehicle will update itself. Seems kind of scary, I know, but they literally will do that, and that'll make your service calls a lot more efficient. You'll come see us less.
Again, I think it's important to let consumers and the public know that these cars are just like your smartphone. 98% of the public carries a smartphone. I don't care if it's iPhone, Samsung, Google, I don't care what it is. When you plug your phone in at night and you're hooked to Wi-Fi in your house, your phone does an automatic update. Most of the time you don't even know it. These vehicles are essentially a rolling smartphone or a rolling computer. So everything with technology has its glitches. So you need to allow those things to update. So it's just part of the process, and I think it's just a learning curve that we're all experiencing. This particular truck has the 12-inch radio, tons of technology. I personally drive a truck with the 12-inch radio, and I've been driving it for 18 months. I still don't know how to use everything that it offers.
Amen. I've got a new 8.4, and I had an 8.4 for 7 years in my 13, and I'm still learning how to do it because of the new profiles that you can set up and everything.
And there's just so much technology. So kind of flipping over to the sales side, when we deliver a new car, one of the things I always tell our customers is this car, this truck, this SUV has so much technology. We're going to give you a tutorial to make sure that you understand how to use the things that you're going to use on a day-to-day basis. Please drive your vehicle, and I repeat, please drive your vehicle for 10 days to 2 weeks. Come back in, let us give you another tutorial. Let us teach you some more. You pay $70,000, $80,000 for a car, a truck, an SUV, whatever. You need to be getting the most out of it. Very few people actually take us up on that. We've actually had clinics, quarterly, where we would have our consumers come back and do a little 2-hour window here at the dealership where we retrain them on their vehicle. When people do show up, they get a ton out of it. So again, I want to make sure that our customers know that we're here after the sale. We don't sell you a car and we're done. We're here for you after the sale as well.
And the connected apps, I mean, just from any point of view, the connected apps are really cool because, with remote start, you're literally limited to how far that key fob will connect to your vehicle. We actually see our guys back here that have it. They go to leave at the end of the day, it's cold or hot outside. They're trying to jump around and see how close they can get to it. Literally from your cell phone with the connected app, you can literally hit start your vehicle and it will literally start it. It could be on the other side of town. I'm not even kidding you.
Here's mine. I can start mine from here. Plug in your code. And it's sending the signal to my truck as we speak. 30 seconds later, you'll hear it start. I can do all that from my phone. If you're in the airport and you want to start it, even if it's in the parking garage, you can start it. I can unlock my vehicle. I can do everything from my phone.
Yeah, so like your husband, your wife locks their keys in the vehicle, and I know it sounds strange, but we actually have had instances where people's dogs have locked them out of their own vehicle. And literally, that's the easiest thing to do. They ask if we can do it at the dealership. We can't. That's probably not something we want liability for.
For various reasons, we can't do that from the store.
For sure, you can do it from your own cell phone. So that's actually really cool. The other thing I wanted to touch base on when it comes to the parts and service side of things is Parts availability is, oh man, as we all know, it's kind of a broken record now, but it is literally an all-time low. It's amazing what we can still get, and then it's absolutely insane what we can't.
On the next episode.
If we don't have it on the lot, we can customize it for you. You can customize it through our website. So I want to make sure that we let you know with the need for electric vehicles, help fuel economy with current fuel prices. We all know that that's a good option for you.
Stay tuned for more episodes from Glenn Polk Auto Group.